Hi everyone, I'm Jaime Lavessuer, the Homeostasis Hippie, and I'm here today with Deron Cloud from the New Ministry of Health. And over the past couple of months, Deron has been interviewing me for several segments, so we thought we would change it up, and I'm going to interview him and get his story. So Deron, tell us a little about yourself and what led you to this health living, using natural food products to help yourself heal.
I'm going to answer your question, but because I know you, that's the first time I heard homeostasis hippie, and I like that, and so that's pretty cool. And so the question is, what again?
What brought you to natural healing? So in your interviews with me, you've talked about your illness and your journey, and we can even elaborate a little bit on that also.
Yeah.
What are your ailments?
Well, let's just start here. I was taking a walk. Me and my wife, we would take walks, and I started having a chest pain. And so I would begin to have to put my hands above my head just so we could finish walking. Mm-hmm. And I found out that it was angina. It was a symptom of angina with the heart. And I had already been put on blood pressure medicine. But I was, as a man, I'll just say as a male man, I was inconsistent with it. And so each time I went to the doctor, they had to increase my dosage, because once my blood pressure was stable, I'd stop taking the medicine again.
Yeah.
Well, when I realized the next highest milligram that I was going to have to take, and I knew the side effects of it, I said, you have to make a decision. And I read a book called Heart Disease. I think the author's name, his last name is Ellison, or he's from Cleveland Clinic, and I'll put it up later. But I read a book on heart disease, and I found out that he had done a study on plant-based healing, and that they had first I found out that there was a formula that a third of the hospital beds had to stay full. And so once I saw that, I was like, well, what is this? And then he began to do a study. And as he began to do the study, he found out that, he said, they keep having had these patients kept repeating and coming back after they put them on meds. So he did a clinical trial at Cleveland Clinic, and which was the result of his book. And he said that when they put the patients on plant-based diets, when they put it on the heart, it would reverse and it would repair itself. So I began to study everything plant-based.
So that's a great point.
Right.
I want to ask you something. Did the doctor tell you what the side effects were of this blood pressure medication that you were on?
Nobody told me.
So you were just curious?
No, you know what it was? They had me on this blood pressure medicine that took my life away from me.
So you were getting the side effects
I would take it, and I couldn't move anymore. And so then I'd have to drink one of these energy drinks to counteract the blood pressure, which would raise my blood pressure up.
So your curiosity brought you to start looking into
what could I do?
Okay.
And because I thought it was just, I was having heart disease. But once I found out it was plant-based, then I had to make some decisions on what I was going to do. And I decided, then I took some kind of test that tells you what your age is. If you put all your family history in and their illnesses and basically what you're going through, what your actual age would be projected as. And at age 41, I think I was projected to be age 67 with all those different things, and I made the change.
So I think it's really poignant to point this out, is that you were self-medicating yourself from the pharmaceuticals. And this is really common in today's day and age, because we take one pharmaceutical and their side effects. So you had this lull, right? So
Right.
you were taking the energy drink to counteract the side effects from the pharmaceutical. And this is very common. And it's something that we all have to be vigilant
Right.
to keep a
Right.
lookout for, because even a lot of people will have one side effect, and then you go to the doctor and you say, oh boy, you know, I'm really tired or whatever, and they'll give you something for the side effect
Right.
of the first, and before you know it, you're on 10, 20 pharmaceuticals. So it's beautiful that you said, I want to educate myself a little bit.
Right.
Why is this happening? What are the consequences? And what else can I do if I don't want to keep just going down this rabbit hole,
Right.
taking one pharmaceutical after another?
Right. And let me tell you how right you are. The blood pressure medicine brought my heart rate down so low that I would drink this popular energy drink. And that became my routine. I would have never realized, Jamie, that it was self-medicating until you just said it. And that's what triggered an aneurysm. I had an aneurysm. I took the blood pressure medicine, but in order to exercise, I had to drink the energy drink.
Right.
Got on my treadmill and got this pain in my left iliac artery. And I only know that because I found out later, once I woke up in the hospital, called my assistant and called her on the phone and said, Cabby, I'm dying.
Right.
Please help me.
Right.
And she called, and that's when I realized, after I went to the hospital, I have to change forever now.
So you took control of your health
I
care.
took control of it.
Well, good for you. Well, thank you so much. I do want to touch on his natural healing and his battle with cancer that we didn't bring up. So it has been brought up in other clips, but you've been battling cancer.
Yes.
And you've been doing this on a more holistic basis. And I think that's important for people to hear that part of it too, how you're doing it, how it's making you feel, and how do you think you would have felt if you were taking the pharmaceuticals that we just talked about?
I'm so glad you asked me that, Jamie, because once I realized my situation, I said, I have to begin to take care of myself and take control of my health. And I had to ask me the question one more time.
How have you been healing yourself?
There you go.
Yes.
Give you an example. What just happened right now is a part of my battle.
Okay.
Short-term memory loss. And so what has happened, I had to work on my cognitive function. And had I taken pharmaceuticals, I saw so many side effects that I would have to take a pill for a pill for a pill.
Right.
And I said, if I could cure my heart or heal my angina and my heart return back to normal with food, plant-based diet, then I must be able to get my cognitive function back. And so for years, I've been taking oil. I was afraid to, because I didn't want the stigma that comes with you having to take oil, because I had to experiment. I didn't know where it was, and I finally found the hemp oil. And when I found it, because it doesn't make me high or anything of that.
THC.
No THC, yes.
Right.
And once I found that, it helped me to recover my cognitive function. And when I say I found me, and I didn't understand that that's what was happening, and that's our return back to health.
Right. So you're not there completely, but you are on a trajectory upward that you don't think you would be if you were on the pharmaceuticals completely.
If I were Michael Jackson, I would say, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad. Why? Because I'm back.
Good.
Even that I got goosebumps just doing that, chills, because the oil helped me to feel me.
You feel alive again.
I'm alive. I'm alive. And it returned. And listen, I'm just going, where's my bag? Where's that black bag? Hand me that bag, please. I know this is live TV, but
I
we'll
think
just
you're
edit
going to
it
take
out.
some oil.
No, I ain't gonna take no oil. You just reminded me of something. I was trying to figure out why should I bring this? What happened was, I'll pull this out. I saw this while I was in a discount store in Maryland, and it's just a regular ball. Yesterday, Dr. Lawrence says, and Dr. Lamont says, what the hemp does is helps you restore your physical, your mental, and your spiritual balance. And taking that hemp oil, what it did was, when you say the homeostasis hippie, and I love it, I'm talking to the homeostasis hippie. When you say the homeostasis, it's balance, it's stability. And what the medication did was it turned me off. So I look good, but on the inside I was messed up. But by taking the oil, medical food products, it moved me. It reignited. And so if you look at this ball, I don't know if you catch because it's bright lights, but if I hit that ball, can you think you can you see that lighting up?
Yeah.
This is what it did to me. It caused all the different synapses in my brain. It caused all the different synapses in, like right now, I put oil on my ankle because this ankle gets inflamed sometimes due to what I'm going through. And so it's maybe a side effect of the medication. Well, I put that on my ankle, and sure enough, inflammation, pain, there's nothing, and I don't have pain, but it's gone. So what happened? With medical food products, my body was reunited with itself, my mind, my spirit, and my emotions. And now I'm able to function. So now I understand. I was like, why am I bringing this toy? Because I had no idea. The, what did you call yourself? The health hippie?
The homeostasis hippie.
The homeostasis hippie. I pretended on that last one, but it's cool.
Well, thank you so much, Deron, for sharing sharing with us. And again, I'm Jamie, the homeostasis hippie. Thank you.
God bless you all. Love you, and I beat you to it.